Hey YouTube, this is Jesse, and this is probably going to be a two-part video. I'm going to be reinstalling Mac OS X Tiger 10.4, mainly because for some reason my hard drive was acting pretty funny the other day. I was trying to install a few other pieces of RAM to maybe experiment a little and even out the RAM on the PowerMac and the iMac because I wanted both of them to go as fast as they could. But for some reason, when I tried to boot off my main startup disk, which was Macintosh HD, my regular one, I called it PowerMac HD, it was just showing the Apple symbol and it was just loading and loading and loading and loading and loading. So now and then I decided to do emergency firewire, target disk mode, and start up from the disk from my iMac, and it was just doing the same thing. So I knew it wasn't a problem with my PowerMac; it was the hard drive. So I decided, since I have two hard drives in here, one's a 40 gig and one's a 15 gig, I think it was somewhere around there. I decided to start it from the other hard drive, which is basically my test hard drive for other computers, and it seemed to boot up pretty good. It's got the minimum amount of things on here. A few things you can notice right now. I'm about to install it right now. I'm not going to show you the whole installation, just giving you a little update about it, but I'm not going to do this update. I'm about to install it, and it's a 4-disc step, and it takes about maybe an hour sometimes, depending on how nice the computer wants to be. Another thing you can see, I have a few other applications, which is GarageBand, iPhoto, and iMovie, and this is the hard drive that has the least stuff. I was testing it because a friend sold me the iLife 04, which I think is the best one they can run on, which is the oldest one, or the best one that can run on the G4, G3, and so I downloaded so I got it from there, and I'm probably going to install it on the new hard drive just to get all the apps in place and update it as far as it can go. But yeah, I'm going to be updating to Tiger, and that's, of course, as most of you can know, 10.4.11, which is still Tiger, is the latest this computer can go unless you upgrade a bunch of things, and I really don't like upgrading this. I want to keep it as original as possible, so, but that's just me. Y'all can go as far as you want, upgrade the processor, RAM, anything you want, and you can go all the way up to the limit that you give it. Of course, if you upgrade from a G4 to a much faster processor, you'll be able to maybe go to 10.5, because you need at least an 866 megahertz processor to go up to that operating system. But yeah, so I'm going to be installing it. I'll probably just explain a little bit. So right now I'm just about to restart it. I'm not going to show you the whole installation process, mainly because it'll take too long. It takes about, like I said, it takes like about an hour and everything. And so I haven't reinstalled this in a long time already, a couple of months. I reinstalled it a lot of times because it was having trouble installing it on the, I think it was the 3rd disk that wasn't installing right. And so I decided to reinstall it again, and now I finally got it working. For some reason it was not working, so I'm going to reinstall it again. Once it starts the installation, I'll end the video because it can take a long time. This is probably the I don't know I forget which discs are the fastest. The last disc is the fastest. This one is pretty it's okay. It's an okay speed. The 3rd disc is the one that was causing a problem with me was the languages disc. Kept freezing on one part of it, so yeah. And changing the subject, I've decided I have these old PCs in my room. You can see I got one right here, and then I got another one over here. I got this one from a friend that will be giving the same person that's going to be giving me the computer. They just said keep it or whatever, and I got this one at a yard sale for like $3. So, and this one is very, very, very old. You just need to look at the RAM. It looks so old. It takes so long just to boot up and everything. But not going to review these computers because these are old 19 whatever computers. But mainly what I wanted to say was that I forgot that there was a hard drive in there. Yeah, I forgot that they had hard drives. It's so stupid myself. And I've decided that I'm going to upgrade my hard drives. This one's an old one, of course. I'm going to upgrade my hard drive on the PowerMac. I don't really want to do it on the iMac. I want to keep it at 10 gigabyte mainly because I know I can go a lot farther than that, a lot farther. But since I'm not going to get a lot of stuff on it, I want to keep this original. I want to keep the original hard drive and everything. I don't have the original RAM in there. I have it, but I just don't want it to, 64 megabytes is not going to run Tiger. So it can run 9 and everything, but it cannot run X, which is on Tiger. So you can see Mac OS X is, let me just focus that. Okay, Mac OS X is going to be asking me for the language. I speak Spanish and English, but of course I'm going to be using English as the main language. But this is the hard drive I will be using for my PowerMac, since I have two hard drives in there, and that's the limit on there that it gave you. There is a the original one that came in there was probably a 40 gig, and yeah, 40 gig, 37 points something. And the one I put in there from another computer I had was probably like almost a 20 gig or 15 gig. But I'm gonna be replacing that 20 gig with this 40 gigabyte one, and comparing it to this one, I can't tell exactly how much is this one down here. It doesn't tell me. I hate looking for how big the storage is. On our hard drive here, it says 40 gigs right here. So it says 40 gigabytes on this one. I really can't tell where it is, even if you guys can find it or not. I can't find it. So I'm going to be upgrading the hard drive. I'm lucky there's two hard drives on here, so I can, instead of doing FireWire, which one guy told me do not install OX over FireWire, because I did that for my iBook, it went perfect. It was flawless. So I'm going to be installing this on the hard drive that was messing up, see if it works, start it up a few times and test it, and then I'm going to be upgrading this hard drive, then erasing the other hard drive. No, not erasing. I'm going to reinstall it on that hard drive and install it on this hard drive. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one. I'm going to see exactly how it is before I even decide to use it or not. So now, use English as the main language. I can use, I don't even have to say, usar español como idioma principal. Yeah, I can speak Spanish. I'm Mexican like that. Okay, so Mac OS X is about to begin. I'm going to end this video in a few moments because it's kind of hard to upload these videos when it's like 10 minutes long or whatever. That's the limit. So from here you can do a lot of things. You have the let me see. You can open disk utility here. You can reset your password. This is a lot of people do. So if they forget the password, you can do a startup disk utility, system profile, network utility. So let me see disk utility. I'm going to show you all just now my two hard drives that I have on here, and I erased the other hard drive, which I had all my music, all my photos, and everything. I did not back them up, and I couldn't get them out of there. So I didn't have much precious thing. I still have the music, my photos, of course. I have them on a flash drive, but it is really dangerous if you do not back up your stuff, because I was not able to get them out. So I have three things. Oh, it says four things. Whatever, three things on here, which is so it is an 18.6 gigabyte WDC hard drive, which I called it United. It was the one that was working. Then I have 37.3 gigabyte WDC 40 GB, blah 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 blah. And I called this is Macintosh HD, the one that actually came with the computer. So 40 gigabyte is the one that came with this. Then I have a 737.7 megabyte Sony CDR, which is the CD. It comes up as a hard drive, and then it goes down session 1, and then you have Mac OS X install disk 1, and of course you have the choices of doing it regularly, erasing the hard drive, which I'm not going to do. I'm just showing you what you do now, so I'm not going to do that right now. Window, really can't do nothing. So your utility is the only thing you can basically do. Here's network utility. I haven't really tried that out. So it tells you your IP address, and I really want y'all seeing this, but it's okay. This is what basically stuff you can do just after you're installing it, and there will be 4 disks into this, and I will be installing it. So here is welcome to OS X installer. You get, of course, the spotlight, mail, dashboard. No wait, it's not dashboard. It's a newer one. What is it called? Whatever. Find the new Finder, and well, not the new Finder anymore, and iChat. What is that dashboard? This is I remember I haven't used it in a while. Dashboard's a new one. I think it probably is. So then here's also system requirements: a PowerPC G3, G4, G5. This is a G4. A DVD drive. This one does have a DVD drive, but actually you really don't need a DVD drive to run this. Built-in FireWire. Yeah, these have FireWire. At least 256 megabytes of RAM. That's why I can't use the 64 megabytes on here, because it will not run it. It will not allow it. A built-in display or display connected. Yeah, this one has a built-in. This one does not, but I'm having connected right now. At least 3 gigabytes of, yeah, I definitely have that. If you are using message, updating your computer's firmware, all this information you need. I know most of you don't even read it, but, so, yeah, all of this stuff right here. So, okay, so continue, and, I need to agree to this, and then it will ask you which hard drive you want to put it on. So Macintosh HD is the only one that has it. United, I cannot install it on here. It doesn't tell me without changing your install settings. Click options to change settings. A newer version of Mac OS X is installed. Mainly, it says a newer one. It still has Tiger, but 10.4.11 is a lot newer than 10.4.1. So wait, that's what I'm installing. So Macintosh HD, I'm going to install it, and I really like how it's so user-friendly, just saying how, okay, this one doesn't allow you, and you see this arrow just pop up, you can install it. So, installing the software requires 4.7 gigabytes of space, and this one has 37.1 gigabytes, so yeah, we're perfectly fine to install this on here. Click install to perform a basic installation of this software package on the volume Macintosh HD, which is my hard drive. The software you are installing requires additional installation disks. Please have these disks ready. So, Mac OS X 2, Disk 2, X, Disk 3, Disk 4. So I have Disk 1 in there right now, so I'm going to install. And now it's going to be installing this, and it's going to estimate exactly checking your installation disk. I do not do this no more because I've already checked it a lot of times. So we'll be preparing the installation. It will be going on and going on. So